Hi guys, welcome back to Investor Chat. In today's episode, we're going to be going through two of the stocks that I'm looking at fairly closely. We've talked a little bit about them in the past. One is in the escape room industry globally, called Escape Hunt, and the other is in the franchise space in retail, but it's increasingly changing that model. It's in the kind of cake space. It's called Cakebox. So we're going to look at those now. I'm going to share my screen. Just got the one monitor, so it might look a bit funny for a moment. But anyway, yeah, I thought it might do that. So this is Cakebox. I'm going to show you the 6 months, like up until September. This week, I think in about 6 days' time, something like that, or maybe it's next Monday. Very, very soon there'll be more results. So I'll be comparing those results to these. But I'm just going to look at the case at the moment. So Cakebox has got these 6 month half-year ended results right here. And what's really telling from my perspective is that this is the worst pandemic the world's been through since the Spanish flu in 1919, almost 100 years ago. And there's been very, very little difference in how much the guys have earned. It's only gone down 2%. Profit has actually gone up. I think there's a few reasons for that. I think they've been doing things online. They've been doing delivery. They've been able to scale a little bit. As you can see, earnings before tax depreciation and amortization, this is another euphemism for earnings, basically. That's up. Pre-tax profit is down a little bit. Net cash is up incredibly. I think this is mainly because they spent a lot of money last year on some facilities and that kind of thing. Look at the cash. This is insane. Any investment that you're looking at or that I look at, we want to make sure that they're generating cash. And their cash is up like 2 million in the last year, albeit there was some things last year. Like I said, they were investing in different facilities, but still they're super cash generative. And their dividend is up in a year, a global pandemic. The interim dividend is up. So what about this? They've opened stores. They had 122 in September 2019. Now they've got 139. The demand for new franchises is incredibly high. So I think that's really interesting. Online sales increased 51%. So they've launched their own home delivery proposition via Uber Eats, Just Eat, and Deliveroo. I wonder if they will launch their own services, because I know Domino's Pizza, another franchise business in the fast food kind of market, has their own service. So here we go, Coventry warehouse and distribution facility nearing completion. So that was the spend last year. Now they've launched two things which I recommended in the AGM last year or two ago: gluten-free and vegan. I'm sure they were thinking about it before I said it, but I'm glad that they've done all those things. They've got some other stuff. Shopping center kiosk is a new kind of range for Cakebox. I can say about the company itself that the cakes are amazing. The product itself is very, very good. So you can see there's a lot of things happening here. Profits are up, cash is up, immensely. I'm going to stop sharing this in seconds. There we go. I think it's a really interesting business. It's basically trebled in the last, I don't know how long, maybe a year or two. Let's have a quick look. It's really done well. I'll share the screen in seconds. It's one of what I would say my high conviction trades. Obviously, this isn't advice. This is just my opinion. But I think when a franchise business can have the demands from franchisees, they want to start up, they want to create their own franchise. In a market like one we've had, it shows the strength of the franchise. Also, the demand, hasn't been hurt by the pandemic. I think that's kind of interesting as well, isn't it? I think it shows the strength of the business. Right, let's share again, just so you can see. Obviously, share price isn't everything, but it's gone down from kind of, I think at one time it hit like maybe, I thought it hit like 90, but it didn't, 110, and now we're up to 315. So the share price is reflecting the strength of the business. Cash is up significantly, and they have their results soon. Now, for me, like Cakebox is it's a very knowable business. It's like you can see the trajectory, you can see where it's going. Wonder if it has any. You can see it's very tangible, nice looking cakes, that kind of thing. Friendly staff, yada yada. What about Escape Hunt? It's in a different space. So let's just jump over to Escape Hunt. They released some of their results recently. This is Escape Hunt. Like the creative, I think it's very much in the early stages. Escape Hunt. So what can we say? Well, they did reduce their loss from 1.7 to 1.4. They said that they lost, like, I think they said somewhere that they lost about 40% of their trading days. So that obviously impacted results like pretty massively. Cash is up slightly since year-end cash versus 31st of March 2021. And we did talk about in previous videos, we talked about lots of different things. So we talked about their digital play, and they've made, I'll see if I can find it. I think they've made about two or 300,000. There we go, 230 for this like play at home products, 230,000. So you never know, that might go up. I wonder if that will go up as they bring out new stores. They've expanded their own operate stores by 59% to 14. I wonder if that, if when the sites go up to like 20, 30, 40, 50 sites in the UK, I wonder if the play at home revenue increases. They don't talk too much about the US, which is a shame. But they did talk about that they're actually acquiring their global master franchises, which is something which I have seen before, and it doesn't always work going international. So let's see if Escape Hunt can manage it. They're not profitable yet. And I think basically, so the chairman said, notwithstanding the continued uncertainty that the coming weeks and months hold for the leisure industry, the board has reason to look forward with cautious optimism. I think what they're saying is, if we can open up, we'll do well. You can see here, next 5 sites from like-for-like growth in the first 2 months of 2020, before the lockdown, was 100% like-for-like revenue growth. And then for all of the 8 mature stores, it's 60% in that first 3 months. So you can see that you can probably expect that revenue would be quite high if they were allowed to be open. And I'm not going to go through all of this. I think the summary is that for Escape Hunt is it's really early in the journey. They're acquiring businesses, they're getting more franchisees on board, and they're expanding laterally by incorporating digital earnings and new play at home products and services. They're also trialing Escape Hunt for Business as well, which might have application for corporate away days and that kind of thing. Both, I think, both digitally and in person. So I think for me, Escape Hunt is kind of one to watch to see what happens over the next couple of years. I think Cakebox, for me, it's just my opinion, but I'm a freelancer by profession, and I'm not in contract at the moment, so I'm not going to be making a big investment anytime immediately soon. But it is on the cards for me to make a fairly substantial, for me at least, investment in Cakebox. I think it is fantastic. They're valued at 126 million at the moment. They were valued at, like, I don't know what it went down to, maybe 40 million or something like that. I honestly think that if they continue their rollout, they could be worth more than $1 billion. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the company's going to sell. I think the founders are probably going to, they're East London boys. I think they're going to probably sell the company, or maybe it'll get bought out. But anyway, for now, I think Cakebox is just such a fantastic business. You know, the product is great. They're super cash generative. They've got 140 stores at the moment. I could see them having, you know, 300, 400, 500, 600 in the next few years. That's my update. I'm going to post another video detailing my thoughts on Cakebox when their results come out. Interestingly enough, Escape Hunt, the share price for Escape Hunt has continued to go up. It's 42 now, I think. So both stocks are going up. I think the expectation for Escape Hunt is that they will be able to, I think it's either going to be boom or bust. They'll be able to survive and thrive, you know, do very well in the future, or they'll go bust. Cakebox, on the other hand, I think for me is tried and tested, even in the worst economic recession or period of time for many, many years. You know, they've repaid debt. I think it's fantastic. I'm going to keep this video quite short. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, liking the video so more people can get to see these videos. And I'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care.